Adam asks, "Hey Brent, I've been thinking about positioning for the long term and wanted to get your take on something. When you look at silver, copper, and platinum right now, which one do you still think isn't crazy overpriced to get into? I'm trying to figure out where there might still be decent value for a long term hold, since it feels like a lot of commodities have already run up quite a bit. Would appreciate your thoughts on the fundamentals and where you see the best risk and reward at current levels. Hope to see you in Orlando in May. Must be for George's event, RCP.
Yeah, so, here's the thing is there the ability to buy cheap, it's gone, right?
Mhm.
That already that horse has left the barn. Now, if we have some kind of a sharp economic downturn that turns into a liquidity event, I don't rule out the possibility that these things will get sold off in conjunction with everything else. That's always a possibility. Um, and the fundamentals on all of these things are pretty good. The
Mhm.
problem is the price has run up so much in the short term. If you look back through history, markets don't go straight up forever. Now, it doesn't mean they can't continue going up in the short term, but there is going to be a sharp pullback in gold. There'll be a sharp pullback in silver. There'll be a sharp pullback in copper. All of palladium, these will all pull back. I don't know if they pull back from current levels or if they go another 10 or 15% higher and then pull back. But what I do know is I would not be adding to positions at these levels on gold
Mhm.
or silver or copper or any of these things. Not because I don't like them and not because I don't think that the fundamentals aren't good. And not that I don't think that that's where the world is headed. But, it just goes back to what I was just talking about with oil. The obvious trade doesn't always work. And, when oil went from 60 bucks or whatever it was, 80, 90 bucks to 120 bucks in a week, and everybody said, this is just the beginning, get ready. Well, 5 years later, it's down 50%.
Mhm.
And so I think you just got to be very careful about buying that stuff now. And I'm not saying not to buy it, but if you buy it and you say, hey, I'm a long term investor, make sure you're like a 5, 10 year investor.
Yeah.
And because you could be down 30 or 40% in 5 months. So just be
Nailed it.
honest with yourself about whether you're actually a long term investor or not. That's the point. I don't
Yeah.
know. Listen, I don't know anybody that owned silver this spring that didn't or did I don't know anybody that owned silver in summer of 2025 that did not own silver in summer of 2024.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the more something goes up, the more you have to check your premise. And rather than people checking their premise right now, they're coming up with ever more exotic reasons why it's going to continue to go higher.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying it won't continue to go higher, but this is the exact opposite thing that you want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, this is it's when you get these big runs where you should be a little bit contrarian and you should do different than everybody else is doing and you should trim. Now, I know there's going to be some people out there that hear me say this and oh, it's just Brent being bearish on precious metals again. That's if you are literally trying to become, a billionaire or whatever it is and you're trying to get 50, 60% returns a year, then you do need to take risks to do that. And,
Mhm.
so then maybe you press the metal here. But, I for someone who's trying to preserve portfolios and sees precious metals as an insurance policy rather than as a get rich quick scheme, or I should get rich long because it's taken forever to get rich in precious metals. Um, you know, it's just a different mindset. So you have to be really honest with yourself about why that is in your portfolio. Is it there for insurance or is it there for speculation and growth? And perhaps it's a little bit of both. But
Mhm.
if it's there for speculation and growth, then maybe you let it ride. But if it's there for insurance purposes, your insurance policy has doubled in the last year. You probably owned enough of it last year. So trim some of it. And that way, if it goes higher, you still have some. And if it pulls back, you capitalized on it. So that's the way I think of precious metals.
Yeah, I think about it the same way. Of course, I got a message today, it's gone up 30 cents percent since we last talked about silver, and I'm like, you know, uh, you're playing a game where you're picking up nickels in front of a
Yeah.
steamroller. It's just a
Yep.
matter of time before you get smoked, and then you're gonna complain about it going down 30% when I told you to
And
buy
then
it.
it's going to be
Those
because of manipulation.
of course.